by her team. So I think that they are probably going to wait for the next Aegis, as the last one has expired and the BKB was used by the Phantom Assassin. Good pickup by her. And Lion's going to find a regen rune at the top rune spot.
Regeneration.
This is a fairly rich Phantom Assassin who has a Skull Basher, BKB, Battle Fury, and Helm of the Dominator at the 31-minute mark. Meanwhile, bot lane, the bottom tier 1 tower for the Dire will fall to the Drow Ranger, who finally exploits her pushing power with that marksmanship. The Dire set their eyes on that top lane where there is still a tower standing and defying them. Meanwhile, there are 3 from the Dire in the mid lane. A couple of pings coming out for the top lane. It looks like the Dire are set on taking that tower as the creeps from bottom push in. 200 last hits on the Phantom Assassin, hoping to catch someone out here. Could have been the Rubik, but not going for that one just yet, as the Lion is bringing up the rear as the rest of the Dire side are at the top lane. It is now daytime. A time that perhaps the Daymen would be happy with, and Tomger is going to get slowed by the stifling Get Dagger. And there's a nice long range swap in by the bench. That was a huge swap, and Viper just gets absolutely blown up.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Let's take a look at that fight recap. Dead. That's what happened. Stifling Dagger from the PA. Let's see if she decides to jump in. Doesn't do it at this point, and they will push through those Radiant creeps that are just spawned and go for that tower. Or rather, they will go for the mid tier 2 tower now that Viper is down. The tier 2 tower for the Radiant will soon be falling as the Dire mount the offensive, and without Viper they don't really have any hope of defending it. And in fact, the Radiant tier 2 tower does go down in the end to the Phantom Assassin. Surprise, surprise. Jackets finds some creeps in the jungle as well as puts a ward down. The Roshan will be respawning in just a few seconds as they check it out with the courier, and it has not respawned just yet. And one crit from the Phantom Assassin just clears those creeps out of the bird camp. And Roshan respawns, scouted out by the Lion, and Phantom Assassin is going to get right on that. And Roshan is turned into a frog. It's going to be a fairly quick Roshan as the minus armor is used by the Vengeful Spirit. And the Phantom Assassin is going to do a ton of damage to the Roshan, eventually taking him down and picking up the Aegis. And this looks like it could be the next set of racks for the Dire as they clear those creeps in the Dire Ancients. And head out towards Lion, who just dewarded in the Radiant jungle. They make their way around towards the mid lane, hopefully, maybe. There is also a double damage rune top. Alright, thank you, sir, for advertising on my stream. Really appreciate it because I'm the only person here. Also, give him the Bam Hammer. There you go. No advertising, especially when I'm the only person here. Right then, so double damage Phantom Assassin. This is extremely scary. Let's check out her damage. She does about 400 damage. In addition to crit damage, she has an Abyssal Blade, a Battle Fury, Black King Bar, the Aegis of the Immortal, and the Helmet of the Dominator, in addition to some stylish boots. Now, at your local store for only $9.95. But wait, there's more. Phantom Assassin hitting the mid tower gets her damage decreased a little bit, but still does about 400, and this mid tower is not long for this world, as this Phantom Assassin does take a lot of damage, but she also has the Aegis of the Immortal, the double damage rune just about to wear off. And we'll see if there's a good swap here from the bench. She's been pretty on point here. Let's see if it happened. The Wave of Terror trying to see if there's anybody ripe to get swapped, and Gary Gaz is still alive. As is the mid-tier 3. There are creeps going in through the bottom lane, and some of the Radiant side have to defend that. As Gary Gaz gets Fade bolted and is going to go straight for that tier 3 tower in the mid lane. Shallow weave, or rather weave used by the Dazzle, and the tier 3 mid tower is down. Ravage is available. I think the Radiant are just trying to not engage right now so they don't get it here. However, Lion is baiting. There could be a save from the Tide, but Tide not close enough. He is 4-step forward, but the Blink Dagger doesn't come out, and the Ravage is not used. So Lion is indeed dead. And this is when the Dire decide to go for that tower. And Gary Gaz getting pretty low, but it's going to be just fine in Rider's Reign at this point. So that is one push averted from Dreamscape Starlight Rockers. It's a difficult name to say. As his 7-1 Phantom Assassin has about 2,000 gold in the bank and 20,000 net worth. Let's take a look at our XP graph. 16,000 in favor of Rapier Gaming, and gold is about much of the same, about 17,000. Gary Gaz quickly getting his health up with the help of that Helm of the Dominator. And it's getting literally a bit nippy in my room. Phantom Assassin picks up a regeneration room, which helps her with the rest of that health, and I think she's ready to go towards that mid lane and start hitting some more creeps. Phantom Assassin heads over to the Radiant jungle, starts hitting some more creeps there. And Gary Gaz is going to take a pit stop in the jungle and keep running around. The rest of the Dire, or rather two more of the Dire, the Lion and the Zeus, have smoked up, waiting for someone to perhaps defend against this Phantom Assassin, who still has the Aegis of the Immortal. Oh, just kidding, it expired. Surprise, surprise. And doesn't have a TP scroll. Tidehunter has his refresher orb, so I think this is going to be the fight that the Dire are going to use to take the game. And they have not quite shown the refresher orb. In fact, Tidehunter just gets his refresher orb off the courier, so they might want to go with the bait here to see if anybody will go for it. even though they don't have an Aegis on PA. PA tries to teleport Phantom Strike to dodge the Viper Strike. Unfortunately, that does not work here. And the Dire finish off the bottom racks and go towards that mid lane. They are going to be short on creeps here a little bit, but they do have some reinforcements coming in behind, and they'll go in towards those middle racks. I think that they have nice swap in by the bench, gets the Rubik, and the Rubik is going to die very quickly. There's an Anchor Smash. Nice 4-man Ravage. How does he hit these? These are just at the outskirts of the Ravage. He gets enough mana for the second Raven. That's going to be a full 5-man team wipe for the Dire. And this could very definitely be the game as only Phoenix has buyback available. So, one buyback from the Phoenix. That is all they have here. They have a Fortify. Phoenix uses the Fire Spirits, dodged by the Tidehunter.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And there's quite a bit of damage onto that Tidehunter. And they could move back after this one. However, Phantom Assassin still going for that mid tower. It will go down.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
And they're going to keep going for this other tower here. Rubik and Dazzle are up, and Viper is up in 10 seconds. The Dire may want to move back in a second here, but they will finish off that tier 4 mid tower.
Middle tower has fallen.
GG hasn't been called yet. It is an exposed Ancient here
Dire's top
for the
tower
Radiant.
is under attack.
And I think that the Dire are going to go for the
Dire's
Roshan
top
most
tower
likely
has been
and
denied.
finish the game from there. Double Ravage is up in another 100 seconds. There is a... Oh my god, Alex, go away. And there's a double damage rune here for the Roshan. Perhaps they're going to wait a little bit so the Aegis expires a little bit later. To have a better timing with the refresher. Phantom Assassin has a Satanic recipe on the courier. Definitely enough money to finish up that Satanic. And closing in on the final bits of this game here. Phantom Assassin, this is the cheese Roshan. The cheese is still on the ground. And Phantom Assassin takes a little shopping spree with the, also has a double damage rune. Zeus on the top lane. Be pushing out that wave. Is quickly going to be helped out by his friends, hopefully, or else he may find himself at the wrong end of a sticky situation. Viper trying to scout out ahead, trying to find out that Viper, Zeus rather. And there is one Ravage available, second Ravage available in 30 seconds. And this is definitely the closing moments here for the Radiant, as barring a very freak accident and almost a miracle, the Dire are most likely going to finish up this game in the next couple of seconds. Phantom Assassin does still have buyback and a Boots of Travel Satanic combo available, and they will move over and try to take this team fight. One blink in by the Tidehunter. Second Ravage will also catch 3, and buybacks from Drow Ranger and Rubik as the swap in by the Vengeful Spirit takes the BKB Drow Ranger. Nice Ravage stolen by Rubik, and the Vengeful Spirit will go down, but it's only a support. The Drow Ranger yet to go down, does go down now, and Cerno G2A goes down as well. Peakhead's Joe stays well played is called by the teams. Dominating performance by